Stress relief, pain relief, a better night's sleep. It's all good reasons to give yoga a try, right? Well, maybe not if you're a man.
And did you know that a study found that men are getting hurt in the yoga studio at a much higher rate than women? Tom Murray reports for your health.
Not only are men who do yoga getting hurt more often than women, those injuries to men are much more serious. It's an early morning at the yoga studio, and on this day, men outnumber women 3-1. A different picture than a year ago when women were the only students for this instructor. Now you'll find classes coast to coast, specially geared toward guys.
Many of them are athletes, marathoners, triathletes, and they're really enjoying the health benefit that they're getting from the practice.
Ed Fuller is a triathlete. He started yoga 2 months ago at the urging of his wife. Now he's a regular.
It's really not for wimps. It's very strenuous, yet it works the muscle groups that you may not work in any other kind of sport.
But for former yoga enthusiast Michael Conti, a once active lifestyle of traveling with his wife and hiking with his son is over. He blames yoga.
I thought maybe I tweaked my knee or something, and then it turned out to be much more serious than just a meniscus problem. It turned out to be nerve damage.
After reading The Science of Yoga, the Risks and the Rewards, Michael wrote to its author, William Broad.
That letter became a turning point. I slapped myself on the forehead. I can remember doing this and thinking, wow, like the most of the letters I'm getting about serious injuries have been from guys.
The author started to investigate federal data on yoga-related injuries. Although men only made up 16% of his study, they accounted for 20% of the strains, 24% of the dislocations, 30% of the fractures, and a whopping 71% of nerve damage injuries linked to yoga. By contrast, women only accounted for the vast majority of fainting episodes.
Men, with their increased muscle mass and decreased flexibility, they're pushing those joints beyond their appropriate physiologic limits.
Dr. Hagen says men may need to cut back on the competition a bit.
Women see it as relaxation and a release. Men are often coming to it with a competitive edge, with I can push it harder.
Jonathan Kramer has a website, Yoga for Men, and is a yoga instructor. He points out people should not expect to be able to walk into a studio and pose perfectly.
People don't get that. They see the magazine covers, they see the pretty postures, and they think they need to be doing that.
Studies show most yoga injuries occur in class rather than at home. Tom Murray, today's TMJ4.